like me, you struggle when somebody tries to come into your energetic space, in the sense that you actually retreat when they come on in. And if you've watched my videos before, you know that the energetics behind this create a cavity within us that allows this person that we're saying, oh, I'm so afraid of them, I actually don't want them to come in, right? Because we retreat, we go, oh my gosh, they're energetically bolder, bigger, more powerful, they're pushy, they're coming in, they know what they want, and I'm supposed to give it to them, and now I feel insecure because, okay, I'm retreating and giving them what they want, but I'm also abandoning myself in that retreat, and in that self-abandonment, that desire to go inward and say, okay, I'm going to be small in here and not be as big and expansive as our own edges in the face of confrontation with somebody else's reality or somebody else's projection or somebody else's whatever that thing is that you have to face at the edges of it and go, okay, well, like, that's your issue, but not necessarily mine. That sense of a cavity that's created at retreating into ourselves at somebody else's power needs to be redefined. Power needs to be redefined. A lot of us were raised by unconscious people who seemed powerful, and we thought it was complete bullshit because they were insane or their power was used against people. So we struggle with power. The concept of power, the initiation of self-power, what power means. We go, I need power, but I don't want power. I'm attracted to power, but I resent power. That's a little bit what I want to dispel here. So Ani DeFranco, who is one of my favorite people in the world, says, she says, I've got the kind of beauty that moves. And I love that because, like, as a still shot image of me, it's, if I'm like, I feel fake, I'm like, oh my God, it's taking a picture, I'm supposed to smile. But if you get me candidly, I am a person who has the kind of beauty that moves, right? And I want to also use that concept and go, okay, and what that means on a feminine level is flow. It's amazing. It's just like, I've got the kind of beauty that moves. Like, I don't have to worry about what I look like in the still shots, right? Because my movement, my motion, the way that I express myself through my energetics in the world is what comes out when I'm in motion. And that can be caught and it's beautiful. But if you try to get me, like, to sit still and pose for a picture, it's not the same. So flip this into power, and it's the exact opposite. And this is what I want you to understand about yourself and other people and power in general. If you've got the kind of beauty that moves, you also have the kind of power that stands still. And that power that's standing still is always in motion with you when you're moving. But power does not, we have associations with, oh, power is pushy and power is invasive and power means something. No, it doesn't. Power stands still. Power just, in those moments where you go, okay, well, she's coming in at me and I'm going to retreat. You don't even have to express power. You don't even have to necessarily set the boundary. If somebody's energetically coming in on me and I can feel that, even if it, like, hasn't started yet, one of the little tricks that I will do to myself is say swell, because I know that I need to swell, because I'm noticing myself go, I need to swell into that which I am instead of retreat for that which they want me to become on their behalf, right? So the energetic behind that is a kind of power that stands still. It is, I will stay with myself in the face of your attempt to come in on me, and I will stay in the discomfort of not allowing you to come in on me. And I will stay with the guilt of feeling like I'm a shitty person for not giving you what you want. And I'm going to stay at the edge of your confrontational desire to push me into myself. We don't even have to say, I see what you're doing. That's where a lot of codependents get in trouble. I see what you're doing, and blah, 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 blah. Or we retreat. We either go, so many people I work with have this, it's funny because this is not something I've ever had, but I could see the tendency. But it's like, they don't know when to share, when to retreat, when to step forward and be assertive. And again, I would say, it's usually never necessary. The retreat nor the stepping forward. That's the problem, is that we get so off balance that we're like in a retreat space until we have to come all the way out to the other side and be, set the boundary by going so far out and being pushy the way that they would be. Or we're so far pushy we have to get back into ourselves and retreat instead of being steady in the kind of power that stands still. In the kind of power that will stand still like a tree when the wind comes to blow it, right? It is not the tree against the wind. The tree doesn't feel in conflict with the wind. It just stands in its power in the face of the wind, right? It's just that simple. Oh, I see. You're coming through. But guess what? You're going around me. You're going to go around me. Because the wind doesn't come through the tree. But the wind could come through the tree if you are a tree that is wobbly. And you're going, ooh, I don't know if I am allowed to stand here. I think that maybe I should let the wind be in charge because the wind is probably maybe better than me and maybe more powerful than me. And maybe I should just not take up space. No. It's so simple. In those moments, it's really the energetics. A lot of people want to be like, what do I say? What do I say? Dude, this is not about what you say. This is about how you feel. This is about being with the kind of power that stands still while knowing that you are the kind of creature in which you've got the kind of beauty that moves. Okay? So there's a really amazing flow to what I'm suggesting because the power that you stay in swell with, which it does not, it just simply means I will not invert myself for you. That's all power should mean to you or me. Because we are the kind of people who power has made us retreat and we're afraid to come back out because we know that we're going to have to face that which we retreated so we didn't have to face, right? And those uncomfortable parts of ourselves are the thing that we're going to be facing. So this is all about the energetics. So it can be so simple. So simple to just say to yourself, oh, I'm noticing this energetic, which is this person is coming in on me. And I'm feeling the desire to retreat. And I'm feeling like there's a confrontation here. And a lot of people get frantic and go, what do I say? What am I going to do? Oh my God, now I have to retreat. Now I have to say something. Instead of going, I'm going to get centered and I'm going to swell from that center. I'm going to enter with every fiber of my being. I'm going to enter myself. And I will not retreat this space just because this other person wants me to. It's that simple. The energetic often shows you what to say. It often the result is a natural extension of the energetic, but first you got to get into the energetic, okay? I hope this made sense for you today. So you've got the kind of beauty that moves and you got the kind of power that stands still. And when you swell your power and you know that it's just kind of standing still, you can be a beautiful thing in motion. Power, though, in and of itself, is not pushy, is not pulley, and is not something that moves. It is something that stands still for people like us. It is something that stands for itself, period. Just stands. Okay? It just doesn't fall down. Because you're not the kind of person that's going to go pushy, powerful, like, let me push people around with my power. That's not who you are. I'm not talking to those people, right? Your definition of power should be, I have the kind of power that stands still. I stay with myself, period. I hope this was helpful. Oh, I didn't do my little, hi, I'm Stacy Hoch, somatic embodiment coach and author of Imperfectly Sane and Earn Your Luck, a field guide for living beyond your narcissistic parents' wildest dreams. Wow, that subtitle's getting easier for me to say. It's awesome to be here with you today. I will see you soon. Bye.